very important subject that needs to be discussed: surprise charges in the Philippines. When you visit the Philippines, you may encounter unexpected taxes and expenses in many areas of business and personal administration, such as customer service, visa applications, business registration, staff recruitment, and office space renting. Being aware of these potential unexpected expenditures will help you optimize your budget and avoid financial calamities. These unexpected expenses can add up, causing annoyance and financial trouble. Although the cost of living is lower here than in Western countries, I've discovered that many expats, including myself, are surprised by hidden fees when dealing with government agencies, business customer service, and visa applications. I dealt with the unexpected costs without becoming too irritated. On the other hand, some expats express their unhappiness with customer service through vulgar language. Naturally, this worsens their predicament rather than improving it. When dealing with corporate customer service in the Philippines, it can feel like you're negotiating a tangled web of interrelated charges. In other countries, what appears to be a simple transaction can quickly develop into a costly minefield. From opening a bank account to signing up for an internet connection, they are typically and relevant to almost anything. The cost varies greatly depending on the business and service, and it is typically not disclosed beforehand. Processing fees for seemingly simple tasks, such as requesting a duplicate bill or changing your registration address, may surprise you. Service expenses like processing fees help to cover the cost of providing the services. Even if the situation is not resolved, they can still be imposed. For example, even if a billing issue arises on the company's end, contacting customer service about it may incur a service charge. It can be irritating that these fees are not apparent. Do you need a copy of your agreement? There will be a fee. There is typically a charge connected with seeking any type of documentation, even if it is readily available digitally. Even while each of these fees may appear insignificant, they can quickly accumulate. Almost anything can be susceptible to these catch all fees. They are typically utilized to cover the company's ill defined administrative costs. These fees may apply whether you switch services, close an account, or just request information. Although many countries impose late fees, the Philippines might be particularly punitive. Even little payment delays may result in heavy fines. To avoid these costs, pay special attention to the due dates. If there is a grace period, it is usually less than in their own countries. Even in the event of unseeable circumstances, early contract termination may incur large pre termination fees. These expenses can be significant financial burdens, and they are frequently calculated using the remaining contract value. Before committing to any service, read the contract's terms and conditions carefully. Contractual fine print may provide a fertile ground for surprise expenses. Examine each term carefully, paying special attention to any mentions of fees, penalties, or other expenses. If something is uncertain, you should seek legal guidance. Currency conversion fees and dealing with international transactions can be extremely expensive. In addition to a set fee, banks and money transfer services usually charge a percentage of the transaction value. Comparing translation rates and fees among different firms will help you make the most cost effective decision. In the Philippines, most goods and services are subject to value added tax. Knowing the value added tax rate can help you factor it into your budget. Value added tax is periodically excluded from the advertised price, which surprises clients when they check out. Some organizations charge for customer service calls, but others offer toll free numbers. These fees might add up, especially if the problem requires multiple calls. Before making a call, determine how much it will cost you to contact customer service. Certain services, like cable and internet, need a deposit. Recovering your deposit can be a difficult process, frequently necessitating multiple trips to the business's office and the completion of numerous forms. Furthermore, wear and tear or other circumstances may cause deductions from the initial deposit amount. In the Philippines, obtaining a visa can be complex and costly. A range of costs are to be anticipated, some of which may not be immediately apparent. Depending on the type of visa sought, these are the most obvious expenses. The application fee, however, may not be the sole cost. Obtaining the proper documents might sometimes be expensive. It may be necessary for you to obtain certified copies of documents, undergo medical exams, or have documentation translated into English. Each of these may be charged separately. Many documents must be notarized before they are submitted. Notarization rates vary depending on the notary public and the number of documents to be notarized. The Department of Foreign Affairs may be required to authenticate specific documents. This procedure is not free of charge. If you wish to stay beyond the initial validity period of your visa, you must apply for an extension, as most visas have an expiration date. Each extension comes with a fee, which may increase with further extensions. If the visa application process becomes challenging, you may need to seek legal representation. The fee can vary depending on the complexity of the case and the lawyer's experience. Candidates for certain visas must undergo medical tests. These tests can be costly, and the prices vary depending on the hospital or clinic. To submit your visa application or attend an interview, you may have to go to Manila or another recognized city. The overall cost should include travel related expenses such as hotel, meals, and transportation. If documents must be sent via courier, you will be responsible for the expense. The cost of express courier services may be significant. Unfortunately, there are situations when people or organizations offer to facilitate the visa application process in exchange for money. Although this may appear enticing, you should proceed with caution because these facilitators may be untrustworthy and even engage in fraud. Direct communication with the Bureau of Immigration is always preferable. Visa policies can change at any time. To avoid surprises, you should keep track of any changes to the laws and regulations. This could include consulting with an immigration attorney or regularly viewing the Bureau of Immigration's websites. Visa processing times may be delayed or vary. Make proper planning and ensure that your visa is valid for the duration of your trip. Overstaying a visa can result in deportation and severe fines. In addition to company customer service and visa applications, you may encounter unexpected expenditures while renting or purchasing real estate, such as agency commissions, legal fees, and administrative fees. Before signing any contracts, you should properly review them and seek legal assistance. Despite the fact that healthcare expenditures in the Philippines are frequently lower than in many other countries, you should be aware of potential out of pocket expenses. Health insurance policies may not cover all operations or treatments, and you may be responsible for copays, deductibles, and other expenses. Taxi drivers may try to overcharge tourists, while the cost of public transportation varies. You should insist on using a meter and be informed of the regular rates. Utility expenses, such as water and energy, may be greater than expected, especially during the warmer months. You should consider your spending habits and make necessary budget adjustments. Your children should completely explore any school expenses you may have. Private schools may charge extra fees for books, uniforms, and other things, which can be costly. While some unexpected fees may be inevitable, there are steps you can take to mitigate your impact. Conduct extensive research to establish the potential costs before dealing with any firm or government entity. Examine websites, read reviews, and get explanations for any unclear cost. Before signing, carefully review any agreements, contracts, and other papers. Fees, penalties, and other expenditures should be carefully noted. If you have any questions, seek legal counsel. Never be afraid to inquire about potential expenditures with government officials or customer service representatives. Whenever possible, put everything in writing. Knowing about these hidden fees ahead of time will allow you to better plan and budget for your stay in the Philippines. Being aware, gathering accurate information, and speaking with other expats may help you avoid many of these unexpected expenses. By conducting comprehensive research, reading the fine print, asking questions, and remaining patient, you may lessen the risk of unexpected expenses and have an easier transition to life in the Philippines. Knowing these cultural idiosyncrasies and potential pitfalls can help you navigate the social and professional landscape more successfully. All right, guys, that is all for today's show. If you have any questions or comments, please comment down below. Thank you all for watching. Until next time, have a good day.